All right. Hi, guys. So this video is going, oh my goodness. Here we go. Okay. So this video was going to really quickly kind of brief you over the classes, the options that you have to take next year for your science credit. So I want to first give you a rundown that for science, you guys need 3 credits to graduate, which is different than most other subjects. You need 4 maths credits and you need 4 English credits, but you only need 3 science. So Tuesday morning, which hopefully is the day you're watching this, Tuesday morning, you should have got an updated transcript in it during advisory, and you should have seen how many credits you have, because some of you are freshmen, some of you are sophomores, some of you are juniors, some of you transferred from other districts. And so there's a whole variety of credit situations out there. So remember that you need 3 to graduate. Most of you, however, took integrated science freshman year and got a full credit. And then if you're passing this year, this will be your full second credit. And you only need to graduate 1 science credit. So I'm going to show you what is on my screen is a worksheet that we normally do. But this year I'm giving you the Google form that this should be attached to. And my hope was that you kind of take into consideration a few things like what you want to do after high school, the math. So for example, there's some specific math that you need to be in order to take chemistry 1 next year and so forth. So what I have here on my screen is just a quick rundown of the science courses that we have. So the typical course after biology, what most of you will take will either be chemistry 1 or general chemistry. So chem 1 is going to be for those of you that are A, B students, maybe some C students in biology. And so yeah, most of you will go on to chem 1. If you want to go to college pretty much for anything, like if you're thinking a 4-year degree in anything, most of you would take chemistry 1. For those of you that are C students and you struggled, but you still want to take chemistry, then we offer a class called general chemistry. And general chemistry is a little bit slower pace and a little bit less in depth on some of the topics, but definitely still a good dose of chemistry. Again, general chemistry is not recommended for most students that are planning to go to a 4-year college. If you're thinking anything science, you definitely want to take chemistry 1. All right, and then if we scroll down, here are the 3 main other options. So if you struggled this year in biology, if you know you definitely don't want to do anything sciencey, and you definitely don't want to take chemistry, here are your 3 options. All 3 of these courses can now be taken by the semester. So you can either take just 1 semester of a couple of them, or you can take a whole year's worth. I will say that the semesters are different. So environmental science semester 1 is different than semester 2. So environmental science here, you can see is the first class. I teach environmental science as well as Ms. Drayton, and I've taught it for as long as I've been here. And environmental science is, all 3 of these, I should say, are much different paced than biology. They don't have air tests. My environmental science class is much slower pace, and we pretty much do everything in class. So there would be very little homework throughout the school year. Environmental science, I tried to do, some hands-on stuff, some group work. It's very different than my biology class, for example, and it's supposed to be. The next class is materials science, which I always just say is the science of materials. So they do a unit on polymer plastics and a whole unit on glass and a whole unit on metals and things like that. Material science is a very hands-on class, like labs constantly. So a lot of kids love it because of that, but a lot of kids steer away from it because of that. And again, both of those classes can be taken per semester or a whole year. And then the last one here is catastrophic. This is probably the easiest of the options that I've talked about so far. And they talk about catastrophic events. So they do a unit on hurricanes and a unit on tornadoes. Catastrophic earth science would be for students in here. Maybe you had a D all semester, or sorry, all year, maybe an F. I would steer you towards catastrophic earth science. Then I added just some of the additional science classes that we offer, because we do actually offer a ton, but most of these are going to be upper level. For maybe some of you freshmen, this might be what you take junior year, senior year. For you sophomores, this might be what you take your senior year if you're interested in anything science. So definitely med school, engineering, any type of science degree. You'd probably take an additional 1 or 2 sciences, really. Again, even though you don't need them to graduate, but just to better prepare you for after high school. Those classes are physics. Anatomy and physiology is a great course for anyone thinking anything medical, even if you want to be like a nursing assistant all the way up to being a doctor. I would strongly suggest taking anatomy and physiology, and that can be junior year or senior year. Intro to Biotech is a semester-long class where you just kind of get a dose of the field of biotechnology. And then we have AP Biology, which is a 1-year course that I would suggest most of you take senior year. Unless you're a freshman, you could take it junior year. AP Chemistry, so that would be something after you took Chem 1. And then we have AP Chemistry 2. And then we also have AP Physics 2, which would be something after you took Physics 1. We also have a few, I should say, IB science options. So we have IB Biology, which is a 2-year program. So most of you would probably start that next year, unless you're a freshman. So it's a 2-year IB science. And again, if you're an IB student or thinking about that, then you've already kind of heard this spiel on these science classes. IB Environmental Science is just a 1-year course, and it could also be for junior and senior year. And then also IB Physics. So most the IB Physics situation would be for IB diploma students. And I think that's all. So that's kind of a quick rundown of your future course options. And in this Google form, I'm going to have you answer some questions and be totally honest on, what your grade is, or what it's pretty much been on average in this class. And then also with your math. So I want to know what math you're in and your average grade in that. And your plans for after high school. And so then what I'm going to do someday this week is kind of look at all of your responses. Most of you are probably taking or you're planning to take what you probably should, what is appropriate. Some of you, I might reach out and make other suggestions. Okay, if you guys have any specific questions, please don't hesitate to email me. All right, good luck scheduling this week.